Hey guys, what's up? It's Nick with Program Practical. Hey, it's been a while. I think the last video uploaded was back in October, um, and then things got a little crazy over here. We actually so we were in Bloomington in the end of October. We actually moved up to Indianapolis, and of course that's always crazy. I think we're still unpacking a few things here and there. Um, but it's been fun getting kind of in. You see, actually in my dining room right now. Actually, I just got my office set up like 2 weeks ago, so um, you can expect to see some of my next videos um, with the new office setup. Maybe I'll do like a little vlog thing to kind of show off the office. It's still a work in progress, but I'm happy with where it is. Um, so some updates for me. I'm actually I primarily focus on mobile development now, although I might be doing some more back end here soon. We'll see how it works out. Yeah, I mean, essentially all of winter and even like through now, I've been doing just tons of mobile development, primarily iOS. I got a Google scholarship to learn Android, so I've been trying that, see how that goes. Um, and Yeah, so I plan on doing a lot of videos here soon with Swift. I got a lot of videos on my timeline for like what I'd like to do. I've just been busy trying to get like two different apps on the App Store. I've been kind of mapping out their MVPs to see which one will actually be a quicker development process. Get that one out first, and then develop the second one. Get that one on the App Store next. I'll actually have some announcements here soon. I also want to thank you guys. Even though I haven't been around since like October, you guys have been awesome. You keep subscribing. Subscriber counts keep going up, and that's really been encouraging for me to come back and continue doing these videos. Life gets hectic, especially learning iOS. I've been diving in deep, going through tons of books on just like the Swift programming language, iOS, getting into like animations, core data, even a lot of like the newer stuff like ARKit, Core ML, the Vision frameworks, all the really fun kind of like bleeding edge parts of iOS, and then of course just studying architecture, design patterns, trying to figure out how to write iOS in an iOS way. There's actually large differences, not only with the Swift programming being more of a protocol-oriented programming language, which I'll go over that in my overview Swift video. But just mobile itself, just kind of like how you set stuff up, how you structure products. It's a bit different than how you do it on the back end, or at least to do it in the so to speak Apple way, or really mobile way, because even Android's a bit different. I didn't really notice it at first, but I getting some mentorship, going through talking with people, and they always say, like, they like to point out that you can tell when a iOS project's been written by a back-end engineer. I was like, I didn't really notice that, but then as I started going through, as I started refactoring code, I started realizing, oh, okay, this is kind of what they're talking about. So this is just I think I already said it, but this is just a little vlog. I'm going to be doing a mini series of vlogs here over the next week. So what's coming up with me, the reason why you're in my dining room and not in my office, is first off, it's like 2 in the morning, but I actually have a plane to catch to Atlanta. I'm going to Big Nerd Ranch to learn advanced iOS development. So Big Nerd Ranch, for you guys who don't know, is they're a consultancy, but they also do schooling. They were created by a guy who worked at Apple very, very long time. If memory serves me right, I might be wrong on this. He was like part of the product team for iOS. I'm not exactly sure, but he's very known as a Apple guy. And Big Nerd Ranch is kind of the go-to place for learning iOS stuff. And the company I was working at actually. So it's another fun story. I moved up here in October for a job. It's a startup. They hit some financial issues, so they had company-wide layoffs, and I got swept up in that. So I'm currently looking for a new gig. Got some good leads. Interviewing some few places. Should be back in work soon. I'm excited about it. But the CTO there is amazing. He really cares about personal growth, stuff like that. They bought my stuff for Big Nerd Ranch last year in October, believe it or not. And he was like, I still want you to go. I just want you to learn, have a good time. So they're still sending me, even though I'm not an employee, and I'm very, very grateful for that. I've only been doing iOS development for somewhere between 7 and 9 months. So I'm not a pro. I've been. This is Skipper, one of our cats. Well, actually, my sister-in-law's cat that we're watching. She's very interested in what I'm doing right now. Anyways, so he's being awesome, just sending me, because he knows that, like, right now, like, as I'm applying places, my mobile skills, like, they only see that you've been doing it for 9 months, right? They don't realize that I've read about a dozen books. I've built a lot of projects. They don't see that, and this training is really good thing to have on the resume. So hopefully it'll be a thing that allows me to stay in mobile. If not, I've been interviewing at places for back-end developer positions, or full stack positions again, which I'm happy doing. So we'll see. But yeah, so I'm going to Big Nerd Ranch. It's going to be a very intensive week. So my goal is I'm going to be taking some of my equipment, hopefully my camera and my mic, so that everything looks and sounds good. I really don't like using the iSight and the built-in mic on the Mac, but that might be what I'm left with. It depends on how much room I have left in my luggage. So I'm hoping the goal is to provide daily vlogs of my time there. I can't guarantee they'll be uploaded every day. It just kind of depends. Like they stub out like 13 hours every day. So I don't know. Once class is done at the end of the day, it's 10 p.m. I got to be up again early morning to start a new class. If I'll have the energy to do one of these, I'm hoping I do. I'm also working on prospecting for contracting jobs too. So while I'm looking around for jobs in town, I'm also been playing around with the idea of just starting a consultancy, going back to freelancing. So I'm kind of juggling a few things. But I would love to like kind of do like a, my time at Big Nerd Ranch in the advanced iOS training, just to give you guys like a idea of what I'm learning, what I'm doing, and maybe encourage you guys that might check it out. Like I said, I'm really excited to go. So we'll jump over to my laptop real quick. So something you guys can check out if you're interested in like what I've been doing. As you see, my Git contributions is pretty busy. So the two repositories up here that I have pinned are kind of like just the stuff I've been learning. Some of my example projects. So like the iOS Playgrounds really dives into kind of like some of the like the core iOS technology. So you'll see here I have a ARKit folder that has like two ARKit applications in it, a Core ML application that does it's a real simple, it just uses linear regression to form and this is actually the the model, the thing that creates it, and the CSV for the data. It's just a linear regression model. It's nothing fancy. And then a Vision app that I was working on. I plan on actually doing some videos, kind of like running you guys through like how I built this word finder, as well as taking it to the next step, not only finding words but actually reading words. That's something I'm currently working on right now. I'm hoping to get that out soonish. We'll see. We're in machine learning, so it's a world where I'm learning a lot. So I don't know when I'm gonna know enough to have it done. It's kind of like you just kind of keep ticking away at it and hope it gets down. The Swift Playgrounds is all like really about the language itself, except for core data. I honestly shouldn't have put it in here, but there it is, which has a bunch of apps that just is experimentation, a bunch of small apps that experiment using core data. Stuff with like generics, interpolation, so like using Objective-C and Swift together in one app, calling Objective-C code from Swift, calling Swift from Objective-C code. Yeah, just a bunch of stuff. You guys can go through there. I'll be making videos that actually cover like some of this stuff, like memory management and ARC is something I'm very fascinated in. I'd love them to do a video for you guys for memory management and ARC. But yeah, I mean that's just github.com/Nick Aulis. That's where you guys can see stuff like that. But yeah. So anyway, guys, I think I've been rambling for like 12 minutes now. But yeah, I mean, guys, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Stick with me this next week as I'll be uploading some content quite a bit. It'll all just kind of be like overview stuff. I might actually dive into some of the code that I'm learning. It all kind of just depends on energy levels. I've been actually having a lot more energy. I've started CrossFitting. We've changed our diet, and I've lost like 20 pounds so far. Like I'm feeling great. So I'm hoping that energy will follow me down to Atlanta as we go through all this stuff. But yeah, guys. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Again, I'm Nick, Program Practical, and I'll hopefully catch you guys. Well, it's 2 a.m. so maybe later today. We'll see. Thanks, guys.